What is up, YouTube? Monster Chappie, and we're here today for an offensive tip. A lot of tips in this video. We're going to be looking at one offensive play, but we're going to be definitely looking at one of the routes on this play in particular. In my opinion, the best route out of the backfield in the game. It's a bold statement, maybe not, but I stand behind this route, and it is literally a route you can build an offense around. It is that good. It literally beats everything in the game besides a hard flat. Only thing that slows this route down is a hard flat. And there is something else that kind of slows it down. I'll show you that. But guys, this route from the halfback here, I'm just leaving it on the screen so you can look at it. A1, fantastic, best route out of the backfield in the game, and I would argue the second best route in the game right now, period. And then if they patch the C route so that those get covered a bit better, I think it's going to be the best route in the game. No exaggeration. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in a little bit here. So the great thing about this play is we've got three fantastic routes. We've got the best route in the game currently, which is the C route. We've got the second best route in the game on the same side of the field, and they complement each other perfectly. I mean, this route with the C route is unbelievable. This little angled out from the halfback here, unbelievable route combination, and you'll see exactly why in a moment here. And then we've got the angled streak from the slot position on the inside there from Holmes. And then we've got our two wide receivers. Now, the good thing about this formation is you can use a package to go 4 wide receivers. So if you're playing salary cap, mud, etc., you can get a guy like Deion Sanders in Holmes' spot. You really want a speedster. You know, whoever you got as your slot fast guy, excel, speed, all that good stuff. That's who you want in this spot because he's going to want to be able to beat any underneath defenders downfield, whether they're in man, whether they're in zone, etc. If he can get that separation, he can get a really big gain. The setup for this play, there's multiple setups, so that's the other good thing. Cooper, you're always going to put him on a fade, whoever the outside wide receiver is. Really, the option comes in with who you motion, if you motion hike, and what route you put your slot receiver on the right and the middle on. You can go with the out route. You can go with a slant. You can go with a drag. You can motion hike them or not. The other thing you can do is motion the C route inside. And you may want to do this for all your plays. I know for when I run like a gun tray open offset type formation, a lot of times I'll motion him inside, and I'll quick show you why here. So a lot of people will run like a DB fire 2 press out of the dollar, and they blitz this guy here. But what's nice is that the slot corner gets picked up by that wide receiver motion inside, and it can just help in the running game. It's not a huge benefit, but it is a nice little benefit that you get to slow that guy down because, you know, sometimes those guys can be annoying and get there depending on what kind of run you're doing. They can be a little bit annoying or a little bit of a nuisance, if you will. But let's go ahead and get into this play now. Out routes, as you guys know, are unbumpable, and you can just hit it for a quick gain right there. Just watch the corner. Sometimes they'll play it really well for some reason. Maybe that's a practice mode thing. A lot of times, though, man press doesn't matter because they can't be pressed. And then you've got this halfback route, which destroys man. Keep in mind, this is a corner on him, and he's lined up way to the outside, like way to the outside. Of course, a drag. You guys know about drags already. You can also do a motion slant, which gets some really good separation here against man defense. And then, of course, you got the C route. So depending on how they play it, you can hit the C route. The C route is a little weird, though. They sometimes, like, I don't know if it's a practice mode thing or what, but they be playing it really well sometimes. In man coverage, it seems like in the game they get more open. But just watch for him. C route, you should be able to see the separation if he's open. You should be able to hit him for maybe like a pass lead outside and down, whatever the case is. But this dude Mitchell is just playing some straight up shutdown defense right now. But anyways, the best route against man coverage, though, is Murray's route. I'll just quick show you here. If we go to anything else where they have the usual, whoever's usually guarding him, like a linebacker or something. This dude just gets crazy separation. Now, that time he slowed down. Most of the time that doesn't happen. Things you want to look for really are going to be route running, acceleration, agility, speed. Those are going to be things that are going to help a halfback run this route even better. But even without those things, it's fantastic. So now let's just look at a cover 3. Let's go back to the quarter so there's even more defenders in coverage. So with the Cooper's route, we can swerve that. Against cover 3, Holmes usually isn't open, but you can go with the quick out route. Same thing with Roberts. You can hit that quick 5 and out. If you want to go with the drag, you can hit that underneath, and then with the slant, that'll be open across the middle. And then Murray's route, as you'll see, is going to be wide open yet again. And the great thing about this route, the best thing in my opinion about this route, is it cuts upfield. You'll notice it's not a straight 5 and out. It's not like, it's so much more effective than a typical just 5 and out. As you can see, we catch the ball at the 30. We did get 10 that time, but you're getting hit, everything like that. But he's catching the ball 5 yards upfield, and you'll notice that it's slightly angled. It's not a huge angle on that out route, but there is a slight angle as he's breaking towards the sideline there, and that allows you to get upfield that much faster. It's just real quick. You can just get upfield and then just cut up and, pick up even more yards after the catch. This route is just fantastic. This is a purple zone. Let's say they go with a cloud flat. It's going to be the exact same thing. The C route is going to pull everything besides a hard flat with it, and that just opens everything up for Murray. Now, if they go with the hard flat, then you have the C route there open there further downfield for a nice 15, 20, 25-yard pickup, depending on how your guy breaks. Also, if they were to play a hard flat, you'll notice that Murray sometimes can still be hit earlier in his route. And I'll try and show you a quick example of that here. But if they go with the hard flat, the good thing is, again, we can hit Murray early in his route development, like around this stage. And then you just want to go for a possession catch. Now, typically I don't do this, but it is an option. Let's say they send a crazy blitz at you, and for whatever reason you didn't pick it up. A lot of blitzes right now are unslidable. We'll see if that changes with the patch. But nonetheless, as the game is now, you can quick hit them with the possession catch. And then me baselining is actually messing some stuff up here. So let's do this. Because that extra zone is playing him like perfectly. But that's more what you're looking for right there. You can get a quick 5 yards. They may use that, though, so just be mindful of that. But, again, against the cover 3, that's pretty much what you're looking at. Cover 4, it's almost identical. It's the exact same thing, really. The only difference is you can quick show you here. You can sometimes hit Holmes before he reaches that quarter there deep downfield. Quick cover 4. So let's say, for whatever reason, they man up Roberts here. They're usering Murray, something like that. I don't know. But you can hit Holmes here, quick downfield for a quick pickup before he gets to the safety. Also, even if they have a hook zone there, sometimes, depending on how the hook zone plays, depending on what route you go with for Roberts. So that's the other key with Roberts. So if you go with an out route, it opens things up more for Cooper. If you go with a drag or even a slant, it opens things up more for Holmes to get open a little bit quicker. And that's just the thing. So that was a slant. Could have hit Roberts. But a lot of times, sometimes I should say, that hook zone will bite down like he did right there, and you can get a quick pass to Holmes. Now, this isn't a pass you want to make all game long, and if they're using, I would never make that pass because most likely it's going to be Bud Dupree, Anthony Barr, and it's going to get picked off. But you can go ahead and possession catch that hard bullet pass lead that inside. So cover 3, cover 4, pretty much the exact same setup. Let's see here. Now let's go to the more popular Tampa 2. Again, same exact thing. This play is fantastic. We can hit the quick out route to Roberts. I'll just show you that one time. It's not as effective, to be honest, against the Tampa 2. But what happens is this opens things up on the sideline here for your receiver downfield. And then this route to Holmes absolutely torches cover 2, any kind of cover 2, really. It's going to torch it down the middle of the field there. And that is exactly why you want the speed. You see, Wilson was making a play on Holmes, but because he didn't have the speed to keep up, and Holmes is pretty quick, but he's definitely not a Deion Sanders type guy. So, that's why you want speed at that spot for that reason alone. And then if you go with let's say a slant here, you can always do a motion slant or something too. Drag, motion drag, all that good stuff. But one of those guys is going to be open on the outside there. One of those two. And then, of course, Murray is still open every time. He's going to be open. Cloud flat is going to get torched. And we're picking up 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 yards on a consistent basis. And if you like, the other good thing is you can get out of bounds too. That's like the other benefit. I don't know what I was doing right there. But you can get out of bounds. So that's pretty much this play, man. Like I said, look for this route, though. Look for this route. Look at that. We can get 10 yards, over 10 yards, and get out of bounds. That is beautiful. A lot of the issues with, like, the standard out route, like, you can get it, get a decent pickup. And, I mean, you can try and get out of bounds. Most of the time, you're going to get hit. And a lot of people right now have good high-hitting corners or high-hitting safeties playing outside there. So over the course of the game, you get hit, 10, 15 times because you've been going underneath. A lot of times you're going to fumble eventually. But if you can get out of bounds, that's even sweeter. But look for this route that Murray's on, man. I'm thinking after this patch, depending on how if they don't touch C routes, I'd say C routes are still the best route in the game. But if they do touch C routes and how they get covered, I'm thinking it's going to be the best route in the game, man. I'm really, really feeling that way. It's just such a good defense, or not defense, but good route. I'll show you again against man coverage. You just get crazy separation. So right there, we got like 20 yards almost. So you just get an insane amount of separation. So look for that route. There are routes that look like this. So test it in practice mode first, because there's some routes that look similar, but it's not this route. It needs to be this specific route where he's kind of making that hard cut there, that double move, whatever you want to call it, and then getting upfield, because it is just a fantastic, awesome route. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Be sure to stay tuned for more. Got a lot more tips and stuff coming up shortly here. But, yeah, this is going to do it. This play is fantastic. This is a play you can definitely mix into your scheme and make your offense that much better. Definitely a tricky play to stop. Just so many different things you have to worry about, whether you run cover 2, cover 3, whatever style of defense. And if they're blitzing, again, we've got a couple quick hits with either Cooper or Roberts. If they go hard flat, Cooper. If they don't have a hard flat, Roberts is just a quick check down. Murray's a quick check down. But that is it, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Till the next time, Monster Chappie, and we are out of here, baby.